How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all having a great day. As you can tell, I am just chilling on my couch after, I hope you guys are all doing this as well while you're watching this video, maybe after work on your Monday. This is what I like to do after I get off work. So whatever. Well, why don't we jump into this video? As you can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about the process of buying a house, at least what it was through Ivory Homes. Now, I don't know the beginning process because, like I said in the first video as to why I bought a house when I was 23, we kind of talked about how my parents were the ones that were like, hey, you need to buy a house, or at least you should buy a house. And there's a model house in this neighborhood that I was in, and my parents live right next to me. And so they were just at this model. And there's obviously like a realtor or an agent there from Ivory Homes that greets you. They got talking to this guy, and his name is Ben. Super nice guy, really, really great dude. He put up with me. He's super patient. I asked him so many questions over the time that the house was being built. And yeah, really nice guy. He was kind of the one that like reached out to me after my parents had talked to him, and he was like, hey, you know, why don't we start looking at where you want to build? And like I said in that video as well, we were originally going to build in Centerville, in a city right next to me. And that wasn't a thing, as you guys mentioned, but whatever. I'm going to go over like the process as if it was a straight line, because you guys know by watching the first video that we kind of bounced around a little bit. So we'll go in a straight line as to how it was. So you get into a house and you start, you tell the agent, hey, I want to buy. And I think it was either $3,000 or $10,000 that you have to like put down to reserve this lot, or the spot of land or whatever. So we put down the money, and we go right into these meetings. So they schedule these meetings. There's 2 of them. They are just like design meetings. These meetings take like anywhere to 3 or 5 hours each. And you go into this Ivory Homes, like, it's not a warehouse. It's more of just like a building. It's just this big room about the size of like my living room, my kitchen. And it has everything for your home, like countertops, cabinets, wood floors, stucco, outside rocks, garage doors, literally everything, faucets, light fixtures, handles, doors, just everything, right? Whatever. And that's where you start picking. So the first meeting, you kind of pick like half of everything. And then the next meeting, you have time to reflect on the first one. It's the stuff that you bought, that you picked out. And then the second meeting, you do the rest, the other half. So there's your 2 design meetings. After that, you have what's called, I believe it was a pre-construction meeting. So that was like a very long meeting. That was like 5 to 8 hours. I think ours took like 8 hours. And it's long. Like they serve you lunch. Like it was awesome. And in this meeting, so you have time to finalize everything that you picked in the first 2 meetings. And that's when it's like set in stone. You go into this other room, and it's just like an office room, and you start working with this guy here. I remember my realtor, Ben, and then another dude. I don't know what his job title was, but he had all the blueprints for my house, and we went over everything. And that was like where you got to pick where you wanted your outside spigots. I have 2 outside faucets, spigots, whatever. You could decide whether you want, like, I had a bunch of lights on the outside. I had a bunch of lights on the front of the house and on the back. So I just had my house lit up to make it have a really good impression in this neighborhood, because like I said, I don't have the biggest house in this neighborhood. And so you kind of want lighting to make the impression that your house is a lot bigger. And I'm really happy I did that, because it looks so good. It's so well lit up front. It's beautiful. It's almost like Christmas all the time. It's amazing. I'm really glad I did it. And you can also pick, so you can customize everything. Like I had to move some light switches around. I added a bunch of lights. Like you guys, if you watch the garage videos, I added 4 extra lights in my garage. I wish I would have added 6 extra lights, but I just added 4 in my 2-car garage. And then the 3rd car garage just has the original lights, which sucks, man. I wish I would have done a bunch more. I actually asked them to like cap it, and just do nothing with it, because I was going to wire in my own fluorescent, like the tube lights. They ended up just putting the, what the heck is it called? Whatever, they ended up putting like a fixture so I could actually just screw a light bulb in. I'm really glad they actually did that, because then I just went cheap and easy and bought those really nice LED lights that I have in there. Anyways, you can add light switches anywhere you want, wherever you feel like it's convenient. You can I added that door in my master bedroom closet in that meeting. I changed the way that some doors opened up. I I moved in this room, in this living room that we're in. So let me actually kind of show you guys where we're looking right here. So you can tell that I have, wow, this is really hard to do. You can see the this main light with the fan on it, and then I have these 4 lights. So I ended up moving all 4 of those lights in this room and in my bedroom. I ended up moving them 1 foot apart, or 1 foot away diagonally, just so there wasn't like that strobe light effect when the fan was on. And I'm really glad I did that. We added that. Let's see, what else did I remember? Do I remember us adding? I'm not too sure. Yeah, not too sure, but we added, you can just customize this. It was an electrical, everything electrical you can customize in this house. And the guy was actually super cool about it. Like it was like $75 to add like capped lights. I think it was $75. But he was like, I'm not going to charge you for like extra light switches that you want to add, or like if you want to move like a light switch or add an outlet somewhere, I'm not going to charge you extra, which is super cool. Really nice of him. But you have this meeting, and this is a long freaking meeting. Again, you're like exhausted by the end of it, and you didn't even do anything. And then he goes over all these blueprints with you, and you just kind of shows you everything, and then you sign your name, and you're good to go. They go over it one more time, every single thing that you picked. And this was like so stressful, you guys, because I suck at making decisions as to this kind of stuff, because this is like a forever home for a lot of people, and I'm going to be living, this is not my forever house, hell no. But I'm going to be living here for a long 5 years maybe. And so, you know, this had to be stuff that I wouldn't get sick of and whatnot. But yeah, this was like, it was so stressful. I would change my decisions. Like it was insane. And like I said, because I switched houses right in the middle of this whole process. We did 2 design meetings. We were literally going to go to the final meeting, and on the final meeting day, we switched houses completely. And I was like, oh, well, you know what? Like, why don't we just go through this really quickly? Like, we can just do everything today. Not a big deal. And they were like, no, you should take your time. And I'm really glad I did, because I switched a lot of stuff around. But oh my gosh, so I made a bunch of these decisions, and then I had to change almost everything to this new house. And that was really stressful, but whatever. Oh my goodness. Whatever. I'm really glad I did that. Yeah, I don't think that's really about it. And then a month after that is when they kind of started digging the hole to get my house built. So really cool process, and it was really enjoyable. Ivory Homes made it pretty seamless. There was just design meetings were like 2 weeks apart, and then we just had to get a space for that third, or the pre-meeting, the pre-construction, and that was just like a month or something, but whatever. And then they started digging about a month after that. So in this next video that I post, I'm going to actually talk about the process, that like how long my house took to get built, because it was insane. And not really like a crazy story, but it pisses me off even talking about it. So maybe you guys can feel some of my pain in that story tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching this video though. I hope you all have a great day. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. We'll see you later.